Today I want to share with you a very unique product that I found extremely valuable. It's called Slique Gum. It comes in a little package like this, and it pulls out and it has a blister pack, and it has 8 little gums in it. And so you just push them out, and then you take it and chew it. And it has frankincense resin in it. And when you first bite into it, you get this huge burst of frankincense. And I love frankincense. Now, for people that's not used to frankincense, it can be kind of bold, but it'll grow on you. You'll really like it a lot. So why does it have frankincense resin in it? One of the things that Gary Young learned when he was traveling the Middle East and journeying on the caravan that took frankincense all the way from Arabia to Jerusalem was the caravanners could not carry enough food, plus all their merchandise on the camels. And so one of the secrets they would do is when they began to get hungry, they would chew the frankincense, the actual frankincense resin, and it would help them to not have that hunger sensation. And then they would be able to tank up again once they got to the next oasis. And so what Gary did is he took frankincense and he ground it up into really, really fine particles, and he incorporated it in here. And so that's the reason you get a huge burst of frankincense resin when you first chew it and first open it up and put it in your mouth. Now, how has it helped me? I've found it to be invaluable. The other day, my oldest great nephew turned 13. And of course, Uncle Don needed to be there to help him celebrate turning 13. And we celebrated for a long time. We stayed up until 2 o'clock in the morning. And so the next day, as I was driving back home, I was kind of feeling like this when I was driving. And that's not a good thing to feel that way when you're driving. You want to be watching everything that's going on so that you don't have an oopsie. And I went, oh, I've got my frankincense resin. And so my Slique Gum. And so I just got one out and I started chewing it. And that's the last time my eyes did that. I was alert the whole way, didn't even think about it the rest of the trip home. It was an hour and a half trip home by the time I realized I needed it. And so that's been one thing that's really helped me. The other thing it's really helped me with is when I'm traveling, and I'm going to be transparent with you. Back in the day when I traveled, I had the munchies. I get behind the steering wheel, I had to have something going in my mouth all the time. And I would have a bag of corn chips. That was my favorite snack. A bag of corn chips, and I would devour an entire bag of corn chips on a trip. And I just had the munchies. I had to have something in my mouth. Now let me tell you something. I don't travel with a bag of corn chips now. I have learned better. But that was my journey. And so each one of you are on a journey. You are where you are today. And your journey begins today. Whichever direction you decide you want to take it. I decided I wanted to take it to a more healthy direction. And so I don't eat corn chips anymore. And I don't eat the processed food and those kinds of things. And the difference that I feel, I wish you could feel it. Because I'm not tempted for those other things now. Because I know how it makes me feel. I have experienced the difference. And so when I travel, I still have the munchies. And if I have the munchies and I chew this, I don't have the munchies anymore. I don't even think about the munchies anymore. And if I really have to have something, I have orange slices or sliced up apples or some nuts. But I hardly ever snack anymore on the road. So I encourage you to try Slique Gum. It's been one of my favorite products. It's been a great trick for me when I travel. And if you try it, I really think You'll like it.